December 15th, 2023. Told you last night on the December 14th, 2023, in between clients, about 4:45 p.m., I go through McDonald's in North Canton. Okay. I thought I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to get a hamburger real quick before I go to my next client. So I pull in, and as I pull in, this lady, and their little kid comes out. And I get out to get some of my pop cans out of my car to throw them out. Karen's Will's here, and start laughing. He said, I set it up. She wouldn't get any money out of this. I heard Dave took off. He said, I already set it up. She wouldn't get no money. Hmm? What? May have to go get some guys to go get him. And the little kid's laughing. It's funny. She's not going to get no money. He's teaching this kid to be a reprobate, an extortionist. So, we're talking human trafficker at the very least. But more than likely, that's one of the corrupt agents that stole my money, Will or John. Okay? I go take care of my client. I go home, and then I go get gas, and I go into my other job at Hartville. I pull in, there's a lady outside in the distance. I pulled in, I told him I heard what he said to her, and she don't know who he is. He is part of this. Yeah. There was an agent selling information to the Russians, and I did one article, if that's him, because there was another one that was corrupt. Took 500 agents to take him down. See, Will and John are stealing. What was it? October or November this year. I can go back through my notes. Okay, on a Sunday night, Walmart and Alliance, at the end of the food aisle. Well, I got real quiet. People stopped harassing me. Okay? Some guys walked by. They looked over and said, they all thought they were going to make fast money out helping harass you. And they realized that agent stole that money for herself. And they're not ever going to get a dime. And the other guy's talking about it too. All these people that have been harassing me thought they'd make fast money off of it. And they realized they would never get a dime. And the agent stole it for herself. See, they've been trying to tell people that he sold it for himself since the beginning of the case. See, January 19 to March of 19, in the mall they said it was paid off. January 19 in Walmart, they said that he was trying to steal my money, my informant money, because it comes with every case. Okay? Like my friend from the prosecutor's office, police out of this area. Let's see. And then even a criminal attorney. It comes with the case. It's for working the case. It's not blackmail money to keep you quiet. FBI does not have the authority to ask you to stay quiet. Even the press rep, the FBI, a new one last year, across the nation, they need to be shut down if they ever try to tell anyone they can't say anything about it. I think they're just law enforcement. It takes a judge, and per Constitution, it's sequestered to grand juries only, and stuff like that. Freedom of speech. He was just bullying me. Even a criminal attorney said that. You don't have authority to just hire a police officer. Just like the press said it last year about the other agent. If they ever try that again, they better shut them down. They're just law enforcement. They can't have the right to tell anybody not to say anything. My unique case, it was already seen by the Norton Barberton police telling on me up at Apostolic Church of Barberton. Witness meeting with my ex-husband. He admitted and confessed on a recorded line that he had the Vegas in their office. The people that helped pay for this. The church people bullies me into false statements and then admit that some guy named Pete was stalking me and framing me and how I didn't know and laughing at me with the other agent. And Dave hired Pete on his own. There was no court order. They're stalking things. See, that's one of the things that guy yelled out. I seen that tape before. There's no way that was photoshopped. Okay. So that's why nobody helped him. FBI Agent John, is that you? For FBI Agent John fell for the stunt on tapes before. Oh, come on now. That FBI agent fell for a stunt on tapes before that were only a stunt. You're kidding. Is that what's going on? FBI Agent John fell for the stunt on tapes before? Ha 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 ha. Big fool. Are you, well, the one they said just flat out stole the money on the first day? Stealing for his girlfriend and his wife don't know. Huh? That one? See what I mean? Which one? Because, you know, my brother, he said, hey, Karen, we went out to eat. He said, I got a beauty app. I was playing around with it with my grandson. I said, beauty app. He's like, come sit next to me. And he said, it makes you a beautiful young girl. I sat down next to him. Here he is, a 50-year-old man. He looked like a 20-year-old beautiful girl. And I looked really, really good at 20. Right? Better than I really did at 20. Okay? And he said, I can make videos off this and everything. And it was an app. So people online, when you talk to somebody, you may be talking to an app. Yeah. Scary shit, huh? They could even have made a Karen app. My sister is a computer programmer. She, my brother-in-law Craig that worked for the Dick Cheney, he was CIA. His friends was FBI headquarters. And she used to know him. And she had this computer business. And she couldn't get this one computer program to work. And she called him. And he told her to think like a calculator. That's how you make them work. Everything's in numbers. And da-da-da-da-da. And how to program it so that this one person was going to use it for learning. And then she had to set up different apps in it, in a computer. And she couldn't get the one computer part to work. And he was telling her how to fix it. So yeah, and then the whole thing of it is, like my friend Jim, his son edits movies for a living. They watch on TV. That's an app in his phone. He said he could click and paste you washing into the other room. We all know they can do that. That he could take an outfit off of you from another scene, click it, and then put the outfit on you. And then you have the actions of washing. It look crazy. That's scary, isn't it? We all know they can circle your face, click it, and put it on somebody else's body. We all know that. I have an app in my phone that can change my hair color, see what color I want my hair to be, which one will look best on my skin color. There's all kinds of apps. They even have video. I don't know how to use them, but they have video editors. You can do anything with them in regular phones. My friend Matt has a friend with a laptop, and he said that an $800 laptop, he could do it real easy. My friend Keith said that he has a friend that worked at Facebook, actual Facebook worked at it, that over 5 years ago they were having people Photoshop stuff like the shower scene. They were taking words out of a sentence because everything's digital. Like as if I'd be a car thief, you have I in car thief, and then put other words from other sentences, tape over, make a whole new sentence. Look like you said it, and you didn't. And then set up hate crimes that they were doing on Facebook. Even the guy at FedEx knew they were doing stuff like that on Facebook. Okay? That's where Sheriff David, Mike DeWine's cousin, I'm friend with him. He told me that the police already knew this for a long time. That everything's digital, nothing's trustworthy anymore. Hasn't been trustworthy in a long time. Wouldn't know if our local police are slow. that they should have arrested that agent for even speaking to me that way, for the way he badgered me. And that retired judge, they can't do any of this. And you should have been put in a safe house the first day. That's where Sheriff Joe, I talked to him, okay? He's like, what is it? He said, they're pulling nothing but shit with you. They can't do any of that. You know, where that agent bullied me, and then that retired judge messed up in the drug cartel, having breaking in, drugging me, and I didn't even know who was doing it, leaving me bruised, infected, throwing up, and I didn't know what was happening to me. I kept going to the doctor, I don't know where these marks are coming from, I'm sick, I'm infected. They're treating all the symptoms of being drugged, being raped, and I still have never talked to them. And the thought some serial rapist is breaking in private homes doing that, and people aren't mad. Running a sextortion scheme of photoshopping, washing, and date rape drug confessions, and you're sleepwalking. See, even those sheriffs I talked to, we all know about those date rape drugs. Those are so bad that they could have drugged up the people and told them to take down the towers, and they did it, and didn't know they killed everyone. They're that bad. That's where Mike, my neighbor, came up to me. I don't know how I got home. I'm like, go sleep it off. What do you remember? Second bear. He's like, I got on the worst problem. I got $80 in my pocket. I'm like, check it back. He did what I told him to. He's like, well, I took 100 out. But what was in the box with mustard? And how did I change my shoes? I'm like, oh my God, they roofied him. Go sleep it off. He's lost hours. He looked at me just normal, talking to me. Said, I used to be a New York cop, and you're pretty. I'm like, you really need to go sleep it off. Okay? I told him later on that he told me he was a New York cop. He started laughing. He said, I don't remember saying that. He said, I found out I told people I was an astronaut. My coworker, Dar, had a set of twins. One baby died. She's screaming hard. Got a babysitter. Her friend's got a babysitter for the other one. Sitting over at a bar crying. They gave her some space. Keep an eye on her. She got a drink, acting like a little happy when she first took her first drink. Nothing out of the usual. A group of people came up they didn't know. And she eventually left with him, talked with him, acting normal. Found herself in a puddle of pee. Got herself home. She was throwing up, dizzy, real bad, messed up, really bad for a day. Found out 2 months later she was pregnant and arguing with the doctor. I've not had sex with anybody. How can I be pregnant? They had raped her and redressed her. Now she's raising somebody's kid. Okay? You're sleepwalking. That's where all the police, they were like, we know about those roofies. That criminal attorney, how we know about those roofies, you're sleepwalking. I was talking to this one old guy. He said his one neighbor woke up and some crackhead was walking around her house, talking to and and he was naked. Called the police. The police showed up. He didn't realize he was in the wrong house, and he didn't even know he was naked. He said they're talking to him fine. It's because you're sleepwalking with roofies. I'll tell you what. I went to go work in August or September of 19. I went to go work at Ohio Catholic. Okay. I went upstairs, and some of the managers were complaining. We got her drug test back, and it was so full of all these, and they were listing off all these crazy drugs. Okay. He said, and they said, we're not allowed to say a word. That she's an FBI informant helping out in an FBI case. And her credit score is so low, and we're not even allowed to say anything about that because I had to leave Dave. I didn't have any money. I tried to work at Berry Cheese, and my God, I'm not conveyor belt girl. Things shooting at me and trying to grab them. It was like an I Love Lucy chocolate nightmare factory of things trying to grab them. I tried to work at a loan company, and that's when I first moved out, where I'd worked at a loan company for years before that, but people were breaking in and raping me at night, and I'd have to, I'd wake up and men would be attacking me, and the room would go black, and I would wake up with marks on me, injection marks, sick to my stomach, throwing up, and I would have to go to work, and I couldn't even think. I had been raped, I had been drugged, and I couldn't afford to miss work, and I couldn't remember things that they were trying to teach me because I was so drugged up. And those men would show up and laugh in my face that some guy was taking a payoff to let them rape me. That's how I ended up in Berry Cheese. And I couldn't do Berry Cheese. And then I got Iowa Catholic. And they were swarming Ohio Catholic, the drug dealers. Swarming. Everywhere. Everywhere. It was horrible. Clear up in Macedonia, they would follow me 40 miles away. Every day. Okay? I want you to think about how disgusting this is. Since when is society, the U.S. society, do we help rapists? People selling women and children for sex license to be murdered. Since when? For fast money do we become one of them, the criminals? And it's the Mexican drug cartel. Coming in and attacking U.S. citizens. Pete works with the Mexican drug cartel. His son Alex, the white-haired guy with his hair part aside, spit an image of him. Michelle, Dave's girlfriend's brother. It was her dad doing it to me. Huh? He's one of the lighter gray truck guys. Dixie's seen him. Stalking me several times in Maslin. John's seen him in Minerva Grinders. He's the one that bragged that he was the one that stabbed me in the neck and bashed my skull on 12/21/18 and left me for dead. He bragged in January 19, Bob Evans, he was the one holding me down. Now, I want you to think about that. Since when do we think crushing a woman's skull in is funny for fast money? And that you'd make fun of the rape victim? Or raping somebody or human trafficking or sex trafficking videos of that poor victim online is funny. As a society, a U.S. citizen, do we find any of these vile crimes? Let alone they took videos of my little grandkids going potty and sold them on porn sites. In the bathroom. Since when do we think violating women and children are funny? While FBI Agent John and FBI Agent Will are so dirty, they do think it's funny. And these people helping out, like they said, all these people thought they could make fast money off of it by helping harass her. And when they found out that they can't get a dime out of this, and it's just that agent stealing for herself, nobody thought this was funny. So since when, for fast money, did U.S. citizens think that it's funny becoming a human trafficker, a serial killer, a serial rapist? And here, I'm telling you, see, that's where I talked to an officer out of this area. He said, if this is what's going on in your area, you are not that agent's only victim. You are not his only one he's scamming out of money. He's setting up informant programs and witness protection programs. And he's scamming and bullying those people, and he's stealing their money. Because every one of them comes with that money for life. And they can't stop it from coming in. See, that's what a criminal attorney said. That's what the prosecutor's office said. That's what police said. And now I went on the internet. It is only for working that case. There's no, and they can add living, housing expenses and a medical card. You stay in immunity. And you don't get out. It's for working the case. So, like they said, you're not his only victim. And he's setting up side accounts, making himself rich. It's probably a scam John and Will are pulling. Just think if they have just five people they scammed. That's $25,000 a month. They're setting themselves up to be hundreds of $millions, millionaires. Think about that. $25,000 a month on 5. And if they have more, it's my God. Because they're getting it from, it doesn't come from local offices. It comes from the great big United States of America, everybody's tax money. You know what's something? And I'm not racist at all, but what the FBI offered me to get information on Dave and the churches, I didn't know I was facing drug cartels. I didn't know I was a Iraqi terrorist, fentanyl king, Mexican drug cartel. I thought it was my abusive ex-husband and his freaky friends tried to have me harmed. And they're already breaking in the mall. And it's only going to last a few weeks. And they'll get me out of here and I'll have my money. No, he already confessed. He had the biggest in his office to church people. Made fun of me for some guy named Pete stalking me and framing me and how I didn't know. He didn't arrest Pete. See, that's where Officer Reinhardt, when I tried to tell him what they were saying, he laughed. He said, I don't care what they say they got. I don't care what they say they did. Until that agent took your statement and agreed to protect you, they couldn't even be in your home. They go to jail, and they can't even look at it. They broke constitutional rights. For every constitutional right broke, it's 1 to 10 years. You can't even look at it legally. And then it's shit. See, that's where Tuesday and Alliance in March, some kid said, we all know none of this is funny. Everything's Photoshopped, but where she just simply wiped off some water with clothes on. See, that's where March 13/21, Mercy Medical lady came in and told the nurse taking care of me. The only thing they had her on was adjusting herself. The guy said, that's sick. She said, no, it's funny. She just simply wiped off some water with clothes on. She just brushed it off. They didn't have anything else. Where I had the bruises all over, throwing up the date rape drug confessions, the rubies, and then the shower scene. She just brushed off water with clothes on. Everything else is photoshopped. Even a kid said that. See, that's where that lady told that nurse. That's how far they're altered. They weren't the only one that had a ladies group in January 19 come down. We came down to verify. She's never said she did anything wrong before. And when she wiped off that water, she went straight down and didn't expose herself. As if we care about that. And those people raped her. See, that's where another lady in May of 21, well, you never exposed yourself. You're good. You just wiped it off. See what I mean? They're that altered. They said they raised some guy named Chris out of the room. I never had a Chris in my house. I just had black and blue marks. I told you I'd go out and work in the yard. I'd be fine. Go in and wash my hands, make something to eat and drink. Go in and use the bathroom. Come back out, and I had Diet Coke, a 2-liter. I had poured a glass. Take a drink, and it's like, whoa, did I work too hard? I feel sick. In the room, I get dizzy. Hours have passed, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember her hit my arm. Ow, that hurts. And then run for the bathroom. I must have worked too hard. Huh? And then my personal area, getting back to went from city water to well water. I thought the well water was eating my skin. And here I'm being drugged, being raped. I'm trying to make sense because I never seen anybody, never talked to anybody. And then times I'd wake up with marks that look like injection marks. And same thing, I lost 18 pounds before I called FBI, and another 70 in 5 months. That's how bad they drugged me up there. I couldn't even keep saliva down. And they were still breaking in my apartment and drugging me up. Until I started putting, after the rape and torture and I had to start putting the refrigerator. I didn't even think about putting the refrigerator in front of the door. That's the only thing that stops it. That's where they're trying to get to me now. They're putting headlights in there, walking around my apartment trying to figure out how to get it. My life's in danger. I need to get out of here. They owe me that money. See, that's where that criminal attorney, he can't even ask you to stay quiet. He's just a hired police officer. That's where the press ripped the FBI. You knew one last year when an FBI agent out of the area tried to tell an informant they couldn't say anything. If that agency ever backs one agent, ever telling anyone that they can't say anything, they better shut them down. They're just law enforcement. They're just cops. They don't have that kind of authority. That's what the prosecutor's office, that's what the police said. He was only bullying you. And he's scamming all these people while he's stealing from victims. Everybody go online and tell on FBI agent John and Will. They're stealing from the government, and they're running big scams on people. And apparently taking payouts, like the sheriff in Ohio took $100,000 from the drug cartel. They said Pete paid Will off November 20th, 23, inside Walmart 62. He took a bribe. And she was part of embezzling my money. Yeah. They were yelling at November 19th, 2023 outside Burger King. Pete taped Will taking a payoff. That is what's going on. See what I mean? Think of them both getting $100,000 and then having a side scam. Everybody turn them in.